Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. In this video, I want us to have a look at a leaked WhatsApp chat involving William Ruto's close associates, the likes of Dennis Itumbi, Samson Charagai, Caleb Kositani, and that group. And from that chat, it just exposes on how William Ruto's close associates planned on getting sympathy votes days to the elections. So that chart is going to form the basis of our analysis and discussion right now. Before we look at the chart, let me say this. A few days ago, William Ruto was in Nandi County and he claimed that the president was after his children. Remarks that were taken to mean the president wanted to kill William Ruto's children. And this, after that, immediately after that, rather 1 or 2 days after William Ruto making those claims, we saw Rigathi Gachagua, Ndindi Nyoro, Moses Kuria, Kimani Ichung'wah claiming their lives were in danger. And then this, after that again, we saw leaflets being distributed in Eldoret, warning some communities to actually move away from Eldoret. If you look at all those events, they seem to be well coordinated to achieve some specific political agenda and objective. And I'm saying that because today, William Ruto hosted some church leaders at his current residence, and we saw William Ruto almost shedding tears. Have a look at this. Yes. How do you term all those events, ladies and gentlemen? From where I sit, I'm seeing a pattern. I'm seeing a plot to create sympathy. William Ruto and his team are cleverly trying to gain sympathy amongst Kenyans. Let's have a look at the charts. Radical. Sympathy, Dennis Itumbi, is not very clear, but I can read. Dennis Itumbi saying, sympathy is the way to go. It seems it's an ongoing chart. Sympathy is the way to go. From now on, all our messaging is sympathy oriented. That's the strategy for the remaining few days. We must seek sympathy votes. That's our silver bullet. We will get updates from Team B on the progress of the grand plan that will involve a brutal murder of 1, if not 2, of our top lieutenants. The nation will then mourn with us and sympathy votes will be ours. And then you are seeing Samson Cheragai saying, the progress from Team B is well on. Anytime from now, there will be breaking news about the murder. Sonko is the most plausible candidate for assassination, but it could change. Team B, Caleb Kositani, great. Doyen started the fire at Kapsabet. Ndindi and Rigathi are reverberating it as we speak. The nation is prepared for the news. This is a make or break moment, guys. Dennis Itumbi, I concur. We played this right and we've already won this election. Kenyans are emotional lot. Let's capitalize on that. That's just a bit of the chart. It seems it was an ongoing chart. From that chart, it's clear the main objective and goal of William Ruto's team and close associates are to create, or rather to get, sympathy votes amongst Kenyans. And if you look at the chronology of the events that have actually happened, even today William Ruto was actually almost shedding tears. It just shows clearly they are out to create sympathy. So in this video, I want us to dig deep to have a discussion to see exactly what that means politically and whether they will achieve their mission or rather what they intend to achieve as a result of that. In case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes, that's the plot. And from the look of things, William Ruto and his team are succeeding in getting sympathy because of that plot. And I'm saying that because if you saw William Ruto today almost shedding tears in Karen, I know some Kenyans might have sympathized with him. And simply because of that, I know some Kenyans might even thought of voting for William Ruto. And I'm saying that because just as they're saying from the chart, Kenyans are emotional people. That is indeed true. If you can just play on the emotions of Kenyans, you can get their votes. That's what William Ruto has actually looked into and is capitalizing on that. And they are largely succeeding. If you look at the way Rigathi Gachagua, Ndindi Nyoro are all talking, they are just getting that sympathy. I saw Rigathi Gachagua talking in Nyeri, and he was reminding the president, usiniue, don't kill me, niko na watoto. I know your father might have killed J.M. Kariuki. Please don't kill me, niko na watoto. Those are sentiments, ladies and gentlemen, that I know have the potential of giving William Ruto and his team the sympathy they need. Now, how can Azimio counter that? From where I sit, the Azimio Brigade should not actually now play civil politics. Because William Ruto and his team, they are not playing that kind of civil politics. Kenyans are not interested in civil politics. Let Azimio team remind Kenyans of the role William Ruto played in 2007 post-election violence, a role that most likely took William Ruto to the Hague-based court in the Netherlands. Let the Azimio team come out very bravely and very loud on that. Let them remind Kenyans that this man actually was taken to the Hague-based court, charged of crimes against humanity. Let Azimio be very loud and very clear on that. Let Azimio team remind Kenyans, because you know Kenyans are people who forget very fast. Unless you remind them, don't assume that they know. Keep on reminding them. Let the Azimio team remind Kenyans of Baby Pendo's story and let them be very loud about that. Let Azimio team remind Kenyans of Jacob Juma. Let Azimio team remind Kenyans of Msando's story. Those are stories and actually events that have the potential of evoking some emotions. And those emotions can then now counter the strategy William Ruto and his team are now using. Because it's clear William Ruto is after seeking sympathy. And he's getting that sympathy because Kenyans are really forgetting very fast what William Ruto himself has been accused of doing some months back, or rather some years ago. So let Azimio team remind Kenyans of those atrocities meted against them by the same William Ruto now trying to get sympathy from them. Azimio team must remind Kenyans of the atrocities they underwent in Jubilee's first term in government when William Ruto was acting more or less as a co-president. Those are the only ways I'm seeing the Azimio team will successfully manage to counter that new kind of sympathy Ruto and his team are trying to gain in the remaining days. And I'm saying that because if you look at the recent opinion polls that were released today, Raila and his team are clearly ahead. They must make sure they maintain that lead. They should not give William Ruto and his team room for getting some sympathy. Let Azimio team make sure they maintain that lead by also countering very, very fast this propaganda by William Ruto and his team. As I conclude, those strategy by William Ruto and his team shows clearly they are already panicking and they are sensing defeat. And the only way they can actually enhance their chances is by actually looking for means of getting sympathy. Sympathy is a very powerful tool in politics. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. But in our next analysis, maybe today or even tomorrow, we are also going to have a look at the intrigues that happened before Mike Mbuvi Sonko joined William Ruto. And the details of what actually happened and why Sonko joined William Ruto. And some of you here are going to be shocked. Let me leave it there in case you are watching us for the very first time. But so far you have not yet subscribed. Kindly subscribe, give this video a like. To our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you, God bless Kenya. To any other person, that's the kind of analysis we do here. We don't beat about the bush. We go straight and to the point. We call it as it is. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya.